Welcome to The Point of View.
Welcome to Face to Face on Channel 1 Television.
And hello, welcome to What the Papers Are Saying.
This be football made in Ghana. It be the only pidgin show where it day on your screen, Channel 1 TV.
Thank you so much.
Some people are late. You know, they have to catch up. City TV is now Channel 1 TV. You understand?
This is Channel 1 TV, telling your story, empowering change.
Complete this rhyme. Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
How are you working? How?
Who's that?
Welcome to The Point of View.
Welcome to Face to Face on Channel 1 Television.
And hello, welcome to What the Papers Are Saying.
This be football made in Ghana. It be the only pidgin show where it day on your screen, Channel 1 TV.
Thank you so much.
Some people are late. You know, they have to catch up. City TV is now Channel 1 TV. You understand?
This is Channel 1 TV, telling your story, empowering change.
Complete this rhyme. Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
How are you working? How?
Who's that?
Welcome to The Point of View.
Welcome to Face to Face on Channel 1 Television.
And hello, welcome to What the Papers Are Saying.
This be football made in Ghana. It be the only pidgin show where it day on your screen.
Good morning. It's a beautiful Thursday morning right here in the studios of Channel 1 Television. Good morning once again and welcome to Thursday's edition of Breakfast Daily right here on Channel 1. And my name is Dzifa Kaidy. As always, we don't do the show alone. I, of course, will not do the show alone this morning. So join me as I invite my co-host, my very own Kwaku. Kwaku, good morning. Good morning.
There you go. Right.
How are you doing?
I'm super excited, yeah.
Great, good to have you.
Yeah, this morning I had a little bit of a mishap, but you know, all the videos
Yeah.
I've been watching on YouTube
It came in handy this morning, huh?
Locked myself out of my car, but then
Oh.
Charlie did all the shenanigans. I tried the first one, it wasn't working. Tried another one, it wasn't working. I said, no, there's one last move that I haven't tried yet. I've been watching the thing on YouTube and I saw it and I tried it and I wanted the keys.
And it worked, huh?
I got my keys out
Men
of
in
the car.
engineering.
I'm telling you, so easy. Good morning to you once again. It's beautiful morning here. We're excited to be hosting you. My name is David Kwaku Sakyi. Now, of course, we'd like to start the show off with some words of inspiration.
Of course.
Yes, let's take a look at today's quote of the day.
Right, this morning's quote of the day is from Dale Carnegie, and he says, throw yourself into some work you believe in with all your heart. Live for it, die for it, and you will find happiness that you had thought could never be yours. I read it again. It says, throw yourself into some work you believe in with all your heart. Live for it, die for it, and you will find happiness that you thought could never be yours. And that's from Dale Carnegie. Kwaku, I love this quote so much.
Now, I really do it myself. Now, Dale Carnegie is one of my favorite authors. How to Win Friends and Influence People is one of my favorite books of his. And I remember when I was a teenager, I read that book. And honestly, I just imbibed everything. How to win friends and influence people, you know, and it contributed a lot to my mindset, the way I think about relating with people and being friendly and all of that. But this quote here, you know, is a very strong one. I mean, throw yourself into some work that you believe in with all your heart. Simple and short. Throw yourself into. Now, it's not every work that you believe in.
Right.
So that's different. But find work you believe in and just put everything into it, 120% into the work.
So, you know, there's nothing more fulfilling than having to do something you love so much and the joy of doing it. So when you are consistent with, when you figure out that, oh, I'm a TV presenter or I'm a sound man or whatever, and you know that I find some level of joy and fulfillment in this thing. When you give it your all, you give the maximum dedication, as you rightly said, 120% or even over. You give it your all, you get some sort of satisfaction, some sort of fulfillment when you do the work and do it right.
Absolutely.
So when you figure out what you want to do, throw yourself all into it, live for it, and
die for it,
and do it to your utmost best.
Absolutely. Well, we have a few reminders for you. Don't forget it's a Thursday. So a Thursday means, well, they're the regular things that come your way on Thursdays, right? Of course, we have the community forum.
Of course.
Right here. So the breakfast daily today will end at 9 and we cross over for the community forum, of course, which is brought to you by Philip Nee Latte at 9 a.m. And today it's coming to you from Agona Swedru. Yes, Agona Swedru, beautiful town of Agona Swedru. We'll be coming to you live from there with the community forum. So Agona Swedru for 1 year ready, yeah, so that's the community forum from at 9 o'clock. You don't want to miss out on that.
Kwaku, as we have 45 days more to election, it's very important that you all, our viewers and listeners of City 97.3 FM, tune in to the ballot box right here on City 97.3 FM. And this is going to be brought to you by our very own Christopher Kevin Esima. The ballot box is on City 97.3 FM every Monday to Thursday, 10 p.m. till midnight. So if you missed from Monday till yesterday, don't worry. Today, do catch the ballot box with Christopher Kevin Esima.
Absolutely. And you know that later on in the day, just before on TV, just before ballot box starts off at 10 p.m., we have at 9 p.m., we have what the papers are saying. Yes, at 9 p.m. You don't want to miss out on that. Vivian Kai Loco, who is the host of that show, will be bringing you another amazing edition of that. Of course, with all that has happened this week, the stories and the discussions will be interesting. What the papers have carried this week, they'll be delving into all of that. And so join us at 9 p.m. right here on Channel 1 TV to enjoy the conversations with Vivian and her guests on what the papers are saying.
All right, and we'll also be having the Situation Room.
Yes.
The Situation Room is right here on Channel 1 Television, and it's being hosted by Sami Wiafe and our very own Umaru Sanda Amadu. So do catch the Situation Room every Monday to Thursday between the hours of 3 p.m. and 4 p.m. Do catch all the important conversations that they are going to be having right here on Channel 1 Television.
All right, and then finally we bring you a reminder that the Wonder Space Show comes your way this Saturday. Now listen, the Wonder Space Show is one of these exciting shows. When I start talking about it, my energy level changes because the Wonder Space Show is so brilliant. I mean, I don't even know how else to describe it. It's a brilliant show for children, for the family, everybody at home. It's a really, really, really good show that everybody can be a part of. Now, this week on the Wonder Space Show, okay, that's Saturday at 12 noon, okay, on the Wonder Space Show, we're discussing, and Miss Natalie will be discussing recycling, all right? So there are 3 R's there, reduce, reuse, recycle. Very important conversations for all of us to understand, but more so and more importantly for children to be taught so that they grow up with it. You see, the whole idea of teaching children whilst they're young is to make sure that they are able to imbibe the things that we are teaching them, and then they're able to absorb them, grow up with them, and then it impacts their lives, right? And so, look, honestly, well, you don't want to miss out on it, but most importantly, you don't want your kids to miss out on the Wonder Space Show. It's at 12 noon on Saturday, all right? You don't want to miss out on that. Right, fantastic. Now it's time for us to get into the papers this morning, and joining me on the set, red and yellow, black and white. Okay, so it's red and yellow, black and white. Is that how it goes?
I don't know what you're trying to do. You know, I don't know what's going on.
I did done it. Abiyago, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm super. Thank you.
Good morning.
Yeah, this morning I had a bit of drama.
What kind of drama?
So, I went to my car this morning, and then I had the keys with me, right? So, opened the car, and then I needed to pick something from the car. So I dropped the keys to pick up the item from the car to go and drop inside. Only forgetting that as I was leaving the car, the keys were in the car.
So you locked the keys
I locked the keys in the car.
No, I mean, but this, you know, the diagnosis is really simple, right? It's just, I mean,
listen, ladies and gentlemen, forget about the diagnosis. Let's get into the papers this morning. Because as for the diagnosis, it's only one thing you're going to see. I'm not going to mind you on that one. All right. What do we have on the Daily Graphic?
So we have the Daily Graphic here, and the big one here, MPP triggers Parliament's recall. And of course, talking about drama, there's been a lot of drama in the Parliament of Ghana this week. And yes, yesterday, you know, what are they, majority, minority, or, you know, what's going on? You know,
and the MPP caucus.
The MPP caucus. You know, they try to make sure that the Synod is overturned.
It's overturned, yeah.
And so there's a lot of drama there yesterday as well. Then we have here this one, $450 million manganese refinery project begins in November.
Okay.
And there's a picture of Samuel Jinapol, the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, exchanging pleasantries with the Managing Director of GMC. Interesting times.
Yeah.
Ahead of new academic year, traders switch to educational materials. So you can read that on page 13 of the Daily Graphic. And it's very interesting. You know, we have times and seasons in every economy around the world. I think Ghana is no different.
Yeah.
So, you know, people will be going back to school, all that. It's an interesting time. So traders who would usually sell cloth or other things. Hey, school children or students are going back to school. So let's bring in some educational material and see if we can cash out. Add herbal medicines to NHIS. And this is GAFTRAM to the government.
Yes. The herbal medicine.
The herbal medicine debate. Yes.
Medicine.
And then 13 presidential candidates on ballot unnecessary, says Professor Prempe. And that's on page 38 of the Daily Graphic.
Yeah. I really enjoyed the conversations they had yesterday. We took that live right here on Channel One TV, and they're talking about the place of citizenship and what it is, how our democracy has fared over the last.
So this was a memorial lecture.
Yes, a memorial lecture. Anthony Akoto Ampau's.
Sheshe.
Yeah, Sheshe.
Yeah.
A year after his passing.
Unfortunately, we lost last year. Brilliant legal luminary. By all standards. And I'm happy that these are some of the things that we're doing. We lose, unfortunately, people like this, thought leaders, people who've been very central to shaping certain aspects of our society. We go back and we have conversations and then things that they were passionate about, things that they were advocating for. I think it's very, it's a step in the right
direction. It's a way to memorialize their memories, you know, to make sure that younger people who didn't meet them, who didn't know them, also get to hear of them and all of that as well. The Ghanaian Times says, 45 more days for election 2024. Decision of 4 MPs futuristic, Attorney General speaking. President to cut sod for construction of manganese refinery as government rolls out value addition drive, Lands Minister is announcing. And we have brouhaha in Parliament. Majority caucus gathers 83 signatures to initiate a recall of the House. So interesting times. Interesting times. That's what we have for the Ghanaian Times. Okay.
Very interesting times.
Right.
We have the Chronicle here. Winning 2024 and beyond, MPP blows cover of NDC secret plans. And look, it's election season, so a lot of interesting things will pop up. But you can read more about that story on pages 3 and 12 of the Chronicle. Adopt tech-driven cost management approaches, Kojo Nkrumah urges surveyors. And I think that's an interesting call. Again, this story, government to break ground for $450 million US manganese plant in the Western region. And it's the Chronicle, so we have to take a look at the scripture reading for it.
I know, right? Yeah.
Ephesians 5:11.
Okay.
And have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather expose them. You know, the Chronicle and the shade, man.
Have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness.
But rather expose them.
Okay, so we have the Daily Guide, and it says here on the front page of the Daily Guide, Majority Caucus triggers Parliament recall. Pastors, chiefs defend Baumia. We have 2024 elections. MPP exposes NDC plot. Okay. Napo grabs 3 awards in the U.S., and contesting future elections doesn't result in vacant seat. This is coming from Attorney General, Minister of Justice. And Next Gen Infraco CEO found. This is coming from the police. Now, that's I was a bit troubled by that yesterday.
A very harrowing story.
Yeah.
And it's a story that we carried as well. We've got it on citynewsroom.com. We've got it on channel1news.com as well. It's, you know, very troubling. I mean, the police are saying that they are continuing with investigations. And so we're waiting to see exactly what the issue has been there. But if this person was kidnapped, and of course Next Gen, you know, I remember a few months ago there was a talk about the NCA, you know, overseeing a coalition or consortium of sorts so that, you know, we can beef up our telecommunication sector. There's a whole brouhaha there, I think somewhere in June or so. And Next Gen is one of the big players in there. And so if this person was really kidnapped and there's something untoward happening, we need to be worried, because that's not something that we should condone.
We should be tolerating in this country at all.
We shouldn't take it lightly. So let's wait and see what the police discovers. And then, you know, but I really hope it's not as gruesome as it sounds. You know.
Well, you can grab the Daily Guide to apprise yourself of those stories. Yes.
Absolutely. We have the Anchor newspaper. MPP MPs trigger emergency recall of Parliament, raise concern for urgent government business. So that story still making the rounds here as well. And again, missing CEO of 5G provider Next Gen found. Momo accounts surpass 65 million. Transactions exceed 1.9 trillion Ghana cedis.
Okay.
that's amazing, you know. But I wonder what that means.
Yeah.
What that translates to for the economy.
Okay.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how those stats break down. And then there's an interesting one here. Bench warrants for Legon students accused of killing boyfriend.
Yeah, and
so that one.
Yeah, well, she's pleaded not guilty, but honestly, I think that this is becoming one too many. You know, where crimes of passion, you know, and related this type of relationship things, and boyfriend dies, girlfriend's burnt, boyfriend has acid poured on him, these kind of things. I don't know what we can do to stem the tide, but we do need to do something. We can't, you know,
well, I
just
don't know
leave the
either,
space.
but I maintain that, and you termed it very rightly, the crimes of passion all over the world. And yeah, I'm a very big Kaidy fan, right? So I'm always looking at investigative discovery. And a lot of those things are crimes of passion, similar situations. And all over the world, it is more often than not established that people who do these things have reached a certain level in mental instability. So, again, this mental health thing, we need to take it seriously. I mean, I see that we're doing things, certain things are being put on the on our NHIS card. You know, there was a circular release the other day by the Supreme Court saying that we are no longer as Ghana.
Yes, I saw that.
Classifying suicide.
We have decriminalized it fully.
We've decriminalized it. So it's no longer a crime if somebody attempts suicide. And then the person will be given mental care, mental health care, provided you can prove that that is actually what it is, you know. And of course, some people say, oh, but why would you attempt suicide? But they're saying that, well, some people have attempted to kill themselves so that they can get insurance money for their families, all sorts of things, you know, but there's that. But most of the time when you see situations like that, it's not normal.
No, it's not.
And a lot of our young people in our universities are dealing with massive depression, all sorts of mental health issues, and it's something that we're not paying attention to. So we need to go back to the schools, have the counseling centers. You know, it's not something we should take lightly because, like you said, it's happening way too often. Where is a 23, 24-year-old going to get acid to go and pour on their girlfriend or their boyfriend because they cheated on them or they said they don't want to be in the relationship anymore? All these things, it's not normal. And it's something that we really need to take a look at.
Absolutely. Well, let's take it to the Daybreak. The Daybreak newspaper goes to that story of the manganese refinery. It says it's ready in November. It's a $450 million refinery. Abuja is uprising as of that. Chief Justice to judges, attempted suicide, as you mentioned, no longer a crime. Okay, so then judges will know how to handle that well when it comes up before them. Majority Caucus demands urgent recall of Parliament. We have Baumia taunts Mahama with 33 top policies. Okay, and coming up in the Daybreak, in-path technologies Ghana and the huge revenue leakages to the state. Details in the next edition of the Daybreak. All right.
And there's a New Republic here. It's my last paper. Bagbin, one-man commando. I mean, what a headline. Bagbin, one-man commando, dribbles Chief Justice, Jubilee House, and shut down Parliament as Alexander Fenio-Markin weeps on the sidelines. I mean, what a headline. New Republic.
One-man commando, dribbles Chief Justice, Jubilee House, and then shuts down Parliament.
Then there are points of ellipsis. As Alexander Fenio-Markin weeps on the sidelines.
Wow.
You know, it sounds like flash fiction.
I know, right?
And then there's something here too, dirty betrayal. These headlines, man.
I know, right?
Secret bid exposes government plans to sell CBG.
Okay.
So this is what the New Republic is saying. This is it from my papers, really.
Okay.
You got citynewsroom.com?
Yes. So I have both citynewsroom.com and channel1news.com. Ghana lost over 4.9 billion Ghana cedis to financial irregularities. This is channel1news.com in 2023. We have here, race for Commonwealth Secretary General. History beckons for Ghana's Shirley Ayoko Botre.
Yes, and that has been going on for a couple of months.
Yes.
I belong to the bigger Commonwealth pool.
Okay.
I don't know how I got there, but somehow I did. Yeah, so the list was put out a few months ago, and we've been asked to vote and, push for the nominees that we think. So at least Ghanaians and Ghanaian sympathizers are pushing and rooting for her.
That's good.
It's an interesting one.
Now, Ada DCE bans food and drinks at social gatherings. Wow. Ada DCE bans food and drinks at social gatherings.
But why?
Why? So what's going to happen to our favorite funeral
jollof?
Funeral jollof.
No.
Let me read the story.
Why?
Let me delve into it. Okay. So Adan West District Assembly has imposed a ban on the sharing of food and drinks at social events in a bid to curb the spread of cholera in the area.
I suspected so. I suspected it would either have something to do with cholera or
let me give you the basis. So he said that the decision comes after over 200 people were admitted to various health facilities in the district due to a cholera outbreak. According to the district chief executive, Samson Tete, social gatherings have been identified as the primary source of cholera transmission, prompting the assembly to enforce a ban as a preventative measure. We have also decided that the funerals within our district should go by the 1 meter distance system where you don't come close to each other. Also, that's what we applied during COVID.
Right.
Also at funerals, they are not supposed to share food and drinks. We are also using hand sanitizers and Veronica buckets at all churches and funerals, the district chief executive for Adan West said. Kudos to him for decisive action.
No, absolutely.
I mean, this is good leadership.
If you identify
this
a
is
problem
good leadership.
in your community, the jurisdiction that you have the mandate to protect and to make sure is in order, then yes, by all means.
Absolutely.
And cholera, it's something that we are underestimating, but it's creeping back into the system.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It's creeping back into the system.
Yes,
and don't forget, rains have come. And when the rains come, there are certain diseases that come with them. Not because the rain is raining down there.
It's because it's exposing our dirtiness.
Precisely so.
The fact that we don't like to wash our hands.
Precisely
we're just dirty naturally.
Precisely.
And the rains come to expose all of
that. But
then
funeral catering.
Yeah.
Our funerals tend to be very large gatherings. And culturally, you need to see your beloved one
off
well.
Yes. Show the people that you did a good job.
Yes. Very well. So sometimes you may not have the financial muscle, the big budget to go to someone who has all the proper FDA, certification, all those fancy things,
so call some
and so it's or some community funeral cook. And the truth of the matter is that if they're not paying attention to certain things, you will have some of these things popping up. So beyond the communicable contraction of the disease, because that's why I'm talking about social distancing.
Yes.
I can get it from you, all that. There's also what kind of water was used to prepare the food. What kind of water was used to wash the vegetables. What kind of water was used to clean the fish. All those little things.
Even when you get to, so you see, you look at the water that ends up going through some form of heating, right? So through the cooking. But then you have things like the wache bowls, or the wache leaves, right? Then they'll take some, the dirty napkin, or the rag, and they'll use to clean the thing and say, then,
but even
dangerous,
touching the disposable spoons and the paper napkins that are packaged with it. You take these things for granted.
And you see, they'll open the packet of disposable spoons, right? And then they use their fingers to touch the head of the spoon to pull it out instead of going the reverse side. who used to pull it out with their fingers. You don't know that that person's hands are as dirty as whatever, with a million germs. You've transferred it directly, and you're about to scoop food and eat.
No, but I mean, it's a great call.
Yeah.
Kudos to the
Yes, kudos to the DCE. Yeah, Samson Tete. All right, let's just quickly look at the citynewsroom.com's a few headlines there. NCCE warns of rising voter willingness to engage in election violence. It's a very serious warning that we need to pay attention to. Okay? NCC warns of rising voter willingness to engage in election violence. Okay? Let me give you a couple more. Global battle against inflation almost won, but risks still remain. This comes from the IMF. We are hoping for a positive Supreme Court ruling on vacant seats. This is coming from the majority. And I'll not step down as independent candidate. And this is a Suhum MP speaking there. Finally, VRA senior staff demand total withdrawal of controversial merger bill. And so that's what we have there. There's the story on the Infraco.
It's a morning bright.
Yeah, I know, right? A lot of interesting stories. The Infraco, the next gen Infraco CEO. Let me just quickly bring us that story because the police give us an update, and I want to do that here. So, the story here says, in a significant development, the Ghana Police Service has successfully located Mr. Tony Menta, the chief CEO of Next Gen Infraco, following reports of his abduction by unidentified individuals from the National Communications Authority premises in Accra. And the police have confirmed this positive news in a brief statement, stating that more details will be shared shortly. They had previously informed the public that investigations were underway to ascertain the circumstances surrounding Mr. Minta's alleged abduction and assured citizens that updates will be communicated as soon as new information became available. Now, it goes on to say, in a statement, the management of Next Gen Infraco announced, "We are pleased to inform the public that Mr. Minta has been located and is safe. We also want to extend our appreciation to the general public for their support and cooperation at this time. Your vigilance and assistance were invaluable." Okay, and once again, thank you to the authorities and the public for your continued efforts. So that's what it is, and then it ends with the story ends there with the police statement.
I mean, we are waiting for the police to give us further details. I'm sure they're still investigating a few things. So let's sit tight and see what it is. But like we said earlier, really hope it's nothing as
dire as,
as disturbing.
Yes.
Nothing as disturbing as the story has presented itself to be so far.
Anyway, well, it's thank you very much for coming through.
Thank you for having me.
We're looking forward to a great day with great outcomes. Parliament has been, the Speaker has been, how do you say it? So
the one-man command.
Yeah, the one-man command. So how do we say it? Has it been invoked? Has it been requested? For the recall of Parliament. So you needed 15% of all MPs to sign. So they've acquired 83 signatures according to the Ghanaian Times. And so I think it's supposed to be 7 days after the Speaker receives that request for Parliament to resume sitting. So we're looking forward to all of that.
It's a nice movie going on in Parliament.
I know. Oh, Lord. Yeah. Abby, thank you very much for coming through.
Thank you for having me,
Wonderful.
David.
Sports is next.
Welcome back. Now let's do some sports stories now. Ghana secured a place in the semi-finals of WAFU B Under-20 Championship after a 1-1 draw against Togo yesterday. Jerry Efriye scored his third of the tournament in the first half to open the scoring for Ghana, but the Togolese levied in the second round. The result sent Ghana through to the semis as the top team in Group A on 5 points, while Niger came second on 4 points. The semi-finals will be played on Sunday, and Ghana will hope to book a place in the final and qualify for the Under-20 AFCON.
All right, now let's go to some UEFA Champions League news. And week 3 of the championship saw these. Now, Rafinha grabbed a hat-trick as Barcelona thumped Bayern Munich 4-1 in Spain. Now, Rafinha opened the scoring for Barcelona, but Harry Kane responded for the Germans. Now, however, Rafinha was in the mood to write his story and added 2 more goals to leave Barcelona victorious on the night. Now, Manchester City were at their ruthless best when they dispatched Sparta Prague 5-1 in Manchester. Now, Phil Foden got things going very early, and Erling Haaland, John Stones, and Matthias Nunes added the rest for the English champions. Now, in other results, Lille stunned Atletico Madrid 3-1. Inter Milan edged Young Boys. Liverpool beat RB Leipzig 1-0 thanks to a goal from Darwin Núñez. Now, tonight, the Europa League returns with the standout fixtures being Fenerbahce against Manchester United, where Jose Mourinho meets his former side. And so that's what we have for sports this morning. We are going to take a real quick break. When we return, we're going to go into one of our communities. We're going to go into the northern region, where we're going to be talking to you about some homes that have been submerged and several people that have been displaced by some flooding that has happened. We'll be right back.
Your friend Nadede, Semijina Ha, na Franco television, Papa, Amodia Bejasono, and I'm Gusua Midi one dance here. So was the hotels, offices, schools, apartments, Franco television, Ababawa, Abrantier, Open TV the about them. Your sizes be brave, you were 24 inches, you were 32, you were 43, you were 55, and I can see 65 inches. Now Franco Trading Enterprise, television papa, and you bought that from a him here.
Papa Sammy, I beg if you find something small, give us.
Bro Sammy, you see, nobody say boys no one do nothing and just they rely on handouts. Jobs to no deep.
I understand the hassle. Hope they come. John Mama they come do the National Apprenticeship Program. Where it go sort you guys.
Brother Sammy, waiting with that.
John Mama knows say no be everybody we won't work for office. Like me.
That one day is true.
Under the National Apprenticeship Program, young men and women where they won't learn craft will be enrolled under the program and attached to a senior craftsman who will train them for free.
I beg you, mechanic day inside. Me like this. I don't want to learn mechanical, but the course no.
Mechanics day inside. Organizing, dressmaking, fabric making, catering, hairdressing, styling, painting. What they even sweet about this whole thing is say when you plead, the NDC government go make sure say they go give you certificate where you go fit take go look for job anywhere.
That's sweet. That's be wonderful.
Another wonderful thing be say when you plead, the NDC government go set you up with startup capital and equipment to make sure you can start your own business.
Wow.
I dey go shopping my town wait 7th December.
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC. Bethel Revival Choir presents Akbar Experience 2024 under the theme The Revival. Date Sunday 3rd November 2024. Venue Global Evangelical Church, Trinity Chapel, Kotobabi. Time 5 p.m. Gates opening at 4 p.m. Ministering at Bethel Revival Choir.
Complete this rhyme. Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
How are you working? How?
Who's that?
Welcome to The Point of View.
Welcome to Face to Face on Channel 1 Television.
And hello, welcome to what the papers are saying.
This be football made in Ghana. It be the only pidgin show where it day on your screen. Channel 1 TV.
Thank you so much.
Some people are late. You know, they have to catch up. City TV is now Channel 1 TV. You understand?
This is Channel 1 TV, telling your story, empowering change.
Complete this rhyme. Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
How are you working? How?
Who's that?
Welcome to The Point of View.
Welcome to Face to Face on Channel 1 Television.
And hello, welcome to what the papers are saying.
This be football made in Ghana. It be the only pidgin show where it day on your screen. Channel 1 TV.
Thank you so much.
Some people are late. You know, they have to catch up. City TV is now Channel 1 TV. You understand?
This is Channel 1 TV, telling your story, empowering change.
Complete this rhyme. Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
How are you working? How?
Who's that?
Welcome back from that quick break. Now let's turn our attention to a community called Sabari in the Zabzugu district of the northern region, where residents and farmers have had their homes and their farmlands submerged as a result of perennial flooding from heavy rainfalls. And we'll be looking shortly at a video or a report from that very town. Kwaku, I have seen the report, and then I think this is not the first time we've seen such an issue happening. And looking at the report, the level of water that the people had to deal with, and it just took my memory back to when we had the whole Akosombo Dam spillage issue happening. But this isn't as a result of a dam spillage, but rather heavy rainfall, natural disaster. I don't know how you feel about that, but I feel very sorry for the people that have lost their farms, because lots of farmlands have been submerged, and this is going to be bringing lots of hunger in the long run. So I don't know, but I think that they really need help as soon as possible. I don't know how you feel about that.
No, I think that it's a very unfortunate situation. There are aspects of it that, in nature, there are things you can do to preempt and to even mitigate, the effects of such things when heavy rainfalls come, because the cycles around the world are changing. There are things you can do and there are things you can't do anything about, right? One of the things we can do is to increase the earth cover in terms of plants, right? So trees and the bigger rooted plants we can have, the better. So trees especially is critical. But in the northern parts of Ghana has the most sparse cover of trees. You don't have a lot of trees there, right? So when a situation like this comes, then they are very hard hit, because the cover is not that great, right? So there's that. Now, one of the things also that helps to even out the climatic conditions is also trees. When you have trees, it sort of balances somehow the climatic conditions as well, and makes it less severe, And so for me, I think that one of the things that we should be looking at, apart from meeting their current and present challenge, that with the flooding and the rest, we'll have to send in relief, we'll have to send in help and all of that. Beyond that, we also need to be looking as a nation at increasing the ground cover in terms of trees and all of that.
Right.
Yes, so that, I know some efforts have been made over the last few years with planting, doing a balance of, you're going to plant a tree, but plant a tree that provides food. You see, so a lot of millions of mango trees were planted. A few years ago, I was part of a team that photographed the project, and so I know that firsthand. But that was an effort. I think some other countries, and embassies supported Ghana in doing that as well. But I think it's important to be, as a government, to say, listen,
let's be deliberate.
Let's be deliberate. This we're going to do this over the next, let's say, 5 to 10 years. Every year we're planting X million number of trees in the northern sector of Ghana, especially. Let's go hard and focus there to help reduce some of these, freak climatic conditions. But I think we should take a look at the report and give viewers a sense. Yeah. All right, so let's take a look at that report filed by our colleague and correspondent, Mohammed Aminu M. Alabira.
It was a heartbreaking scene in Sabare, Zabzugo district, When Channel 1 arrived, many houses were submerged, while others had collapsed entirely. Around 692 people have been displaced. Some of the displaced have sought refuge with friends, whilst others have left the community altogether. Several of the displaced residents shared their experience with Channel 1 News. Many people remained in partially flooded homes, with water rising halfway up the walls. Those staying in these homes told Channel 1 they have nowhere else to go.
The water, if we should go far, the water has destroyed a lot of buildings. And even this house, the water has not entered because my mom and my stepmom were trying to figure out some solution so that the water will not enter the house here. But before they realize the water is in the house, you can't block it. I think it has destroyed a lot of even our farm products. And we cannot even this, we are about 4 acres of maize. This is the little we have gotten from the farm.
One of the houses completely submerged belonged to an elderly woman who makes a living selling pito, local brewer. She shared her struggles with Channel 1, explaining how the flood had severely impacted her living.
So you
Another resident spoke about their inability to save their belongings from the flood waters.
Is this your house?
Yes, this is my house.
This is your house?
Yes, sir.
So tell us about it.
What happened was that about 4 days today that this flood started coming. And then the situation here is that normally when it happens like this, we moved. And then we don't even expect much water like this that has just come like that. So we are here currently suffering. We don't even know where to go. Wow. And then actually fact, what happened now is that we don't have buildings where we can go and settle in.
One major concern observed by Channel 1 was the public health risk. Sanitation in the community is in a dire state, rising fears of a cholera outbreak if immediate action is not taken. There are no proper waste disposal sites, and rubbish is scattered throughout the community. Furthermore, toilet facilities have been submerged with sewage floating in the waters. The local assemblyman told Channel 1 that temporary arrangements were being made for those displaced. He also called on the authorities to step in and assist the community.
The whole place had been flooded, and most of the houses, more than 20 houses, have been destroyed. And then so what we are doing now is we are those houses that have been destroyed, we have to go and then patch up with those that have not been destroyed for now. That is for the management we are doing for now. So aside that, we make arrangement. Yesterday I called the NADMO. So NADMO came and then took those affected houses. And so we are appealing to the political leaders to also come to our aid and then see how we are going to do so that the place will be calm. If not, for now, the people are more frustrated.
The National Democratic Congress NDC parliamentary candidate for Zabzugu, Honorable Alasan Abako, visited the community to express his condolences. He urged the government to intervene, assuring the people that an NDC-led government will provide lasting solutions.
As a public servant and also servant of the people, I heard of this disaster, and we came to empathize with them and see how much it has affected them. And as you can see, this is a natural disaster. But, and so we are calling on government and all bodies that can assist for not necessarily settlement, but for now how to provide them shelter and clothing, food, so that we can get over this temporal situation.
They are appealing with the government for substantial assistance.
This time around, I wish it shouldn't be like that. Where it is not affected, let them bring the things to our aid there. But they shouldn't then send it to Zabzu and later bring it back to us. It happens in that aspect. Many of us will not even get what they brought.
The NDC candidates also voiced skepticism, stating he didn't expect any meaningful help to arrive. Several farmers in the area expressed their frustration over the loss of their crops, including rice, maize, and yam fields, which were destroyed by the flood. They warned that without any government intervention, there could be a serious food shortage in the future. The Yendi-Zabzugu road was also heavily affected by the flooding, causing frustration among road users. Though the road has been constructed, the engineers did not account for the annual flooding in the area. Water regularly crosses the road, and many believe the road should have been elevated to prevent this. Many travelers were left stranded, with some returning back out of fear of crossing the flooded road.
All right, welcome back. So that's the report that Muhammad Arabira put together for us. It's a very dire situation, and we're going to speak to him shortly. Now, Dzifa, before we talk to Alhaji Arabira, for me, the issue of disease, after this, because if public toilets and sewage, other toilets trash, are, being submerged, it means sewage is going to be traveling everywhere into people's homes, into people's spaces, and even when this water recedes,
the aftermath,
what does it mean?
I was telling you that this is just bringing me memories from the Akosombo Dam spillage experience. It's almost a year now already, and I mean the aftermath of the dam spillage we saw, seeing the skin conditions people had to live with, the health issues and all of that we had to deal with by the help of some medical practitioners. And this, I think they need urgent help, not only looking at how to give them some shelter, but as government is going to be providing shelter for them, they should take a look at their health as well, because you're having to deal with all of these contaminated water. Sometimes some of the water, but the stagnant water even breeds mosquito. There are snakes in there, a whole lot of issues, and this is a very serious one.
Yeah. Well, let's join our colleague who's come on the line to speak to us about updates of what's happening. Mohammed Alhaji, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, boss.
Yes.
You very well.
Wonderful. Thank you. Welcome to Breakfast Daily.
Thank you, sir.
Now, what updates can you bring us? First of all, before you bring us the updates, how are the rains still falling? Have the rain stopped?
Thank you so much. Currently, the rains have reduced, because it's now only sometimes in the evening that the rains come.
Okay.
It is no longer as usual as it were last week or last 2 weeks.
Okay.
It started. Some places it will rain, other places it will not.
Okay. So
update I am getting from the place is that the road is now
Okay.
Except the houses that there are still water. Water in some of the houses.
Okay. All right. So the roads are clear now of the water.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So have you heard anything about the authorities and what their interventions are for the people?
Yes. What I heard was that yes, indeed, NADMO went and registered the people, but till now nothing has been sent to them in any form. I tried several times reaching the regional NADMO director. Yesterday I called him more than 5 times. He has not answered my call. So, truly speaking, I don't actually know what is happening right now, and no relief item has been sent to them for now.
Okay.
All right, Mohammed. So in this case, how are the people, or where are they settling at the moment? Has there been a resettlement center provided for them, or what is the state of their settlement?
Yes, some have moved to settle with friends who are living up the stream. You know, this community is a fishing community, and they are living very close to the river. So, and there are some, it's a wide community anyway. So some have moved up to live with people that are not affected by the flood, and some have completely left the community. They say they have nowhere to go than to leave the place. So some for now have left the community.
And speaking of NADMO, have you, since you've not been able to establish any contact with them, have you been in contact with maybe the assembly member, the DC, or any duty bearers to know whether they are going to be coming to their aid anytime soon?
Yes, the assemblyman for the area have been in touch with him, and he tells me how he has been making follow-up for relief items for his people. Yes, the DCE again has also assured that yes, something will definitely come for them. But for now, as we speak now, nothing has been sent to them. My concern has to do with the sanitation in the area. You know, the community has no toilet facilities except that 1 or 2 people who have toilet facilities in their homes. And they throw rubbish everywhere. And the flood, and they also do open defecation in the community. So when the flood comes, every place there was rubbish every place. So that was the first thing that hit me when I got to the community. I was scared that if something is not done about it, then the people will be in trouble.
Have they tried seeking any health attention?
For now, no. No, nothing has been done for them in the community now. And now that the water is proceeding, maybe authorities, as they say, will think that everything is over now. Then they will definitely have to do something about them for now.
All right. So what about the district chief executive? What about the MP for the area? Have you had any conversations with them at all?
Yes, the MP for the area, Honorable Dzifa, for some time now, his contact is not going through. I understand he's not feeling well, so he's either out of the country or something. I've tried him several times. I've not been able to get him. The DCE too. Yes, I've tried calling his line. Sometimes it goes, he won't answer, but sometimes he receives my calls. Sometimes he returns it, but for this time, he has not returned my calls or answered my calls.
I see. All right. Well, we wish the people all the best. Thank you very much for the report.
I just want to ask Mohammed before he goes. Mohammed, this issue was as a result of heavy rainfall. Have you had any reports from GMET as to any weather updates, just so that people can prepare in case of any heavy rainfall in the future?
No, I don't. But there was one interesting thing that struck me over there and what the people were saying. You know, the community is what's the name? It's a community where people go to do sand weaving, like this sea sand. That is where they normally go to do it. And the people complain that the authorities over there have made a route where the cars usually pass into the riverside. They go to take sand, river sand from the place. And that has also given way for the water to easily run to the community. So those were their complaints to me that
Thank you so much for speaking with us.
All right, so that was our colleague and correspondent, Mohammed Aminu M. Alabira, bringing us an update as to what's happening in the Sabari, which is in the Zabzugu district of the northern region, with all the flooding that has happened as a result of incessant rains. 2 weeks of rains, raining in the day, raining in the night, raining all the time for 2 weeks non-stop. And that's the result that you saw in the report there. We understand from what he says that reports coming in are that at least for the roads, which are a bit higher, the floods have receded. But many people still have water in their houses. Many houses are still flooded. And so we hope that they recede quickly, and that the institutions like NADMO, institutions like the district health facilities and so on will be up to the task and make sure that we don't have a crisis on our hands.
Of course, Kwaku, because open defecation is a very serious thing. To think that most of the homes do not have toilet facilities, and the very few ones they have are not able to serve the community properly, hence the result of having to defecate openly and a irresponsible disposal of rubbish, which I mean is going to cost them a lot after this issue. So I really hope that help comes their way soon. And when these things happen, our reluctancy to attend to these issues bothers me so much, because as Mohammed said on the phone, he's been trying to reach the duty bearers, but nobody seems to be responding to him. And we cannot wait till the worst happens. We cannot wait till people are losing their lives as a result of health implications that come after these things before we say that we want to take action.
All right. Well, we have a farmer from the area, from Sabari, joining us on the line. Abdul Majid, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, welcome to Breakfast Daily.
Thank you very much.
All right, so Abdul, please walk us through the experience you have had in the last few weeks with the rainfalls. What has happened to your farms?
Yes, it wasn't even the rainfall aside. I mean, we were told it was during the Bagiri Dam they opened.
Oh, really?
Oh. Yes.
Okay.
So before I can speak on anything, it caused havoc to we those residents around the area. Well, some of the houses were pushed down by the water, and most of the farms, which I'm one of the victims, rice fields, maize, yam, cassava, all the crops that will come along the side was condemned.
Wow. And so, so what are the, I mean, apart from yourself, I'm sure you know other farmers who've had a similar experience. So what are your plans? What are you going to do about the situation?
For now, we are hard up. We don't know what to do. So as you hope me, we would like you people to put it on this way, explore the news so that NGOs and government can come to our assistance.
Okay, well, I mean, people are watching and listening to you, and so I'm sure different groups will activate some help to come to you. But have you heard anything from NADMO? NADMO is the government organization that's responsible to come to immediate assistance.
Yes. The NADMO officials, they came here and took their report.
Okay.
We took them around, even the regional level, NADMO, they all call on to find out from their office, the officers in Zabzugu district.
Okay.
So I am told, and I know the report has been given to them.
Okay. Now, can you sort of paint a picture for us, as far as you know, how far was this water? How many farms do you think were flooded by this flooding?
For Sapar area.
Yes.
Precisely, let me put it in this way: more than 50 farmers.
More than 50 farmers.
More than 50 farmers
were affected.
Yes, more than 50 farmers. At the same time, not only Sapar affected. The river goes through the upward to down. We are down.
Okay.
Even there are some communities, Molebu,
All right.
Kwaku, before we let you go, are you able to tell us if you've been able to salvage some foodstuffs or some crops from your farms before the rain came destroying?
Come again.
Have you been able to salvage some foodstuffs or crops before the water came destroying your farmlands?
Oh, this dry out affected us. We first for the second time, and the water came and consumed it.
Mm.
So you've not been able to get a hold of anything from your farms?
For now, all the area it was rice. For the rice, I can't get it because everything is dry, everything is rotten.
Okay. And you're saying that this was the second planting?
Yes, please. Because the dry out destroyed everything.
Yeah. Wow.
So we tried to plant this soya-based maize.
Yeah.
But the rice was normal. Okay. But the soybeans and the maize was the least planting. And then the water also came and washed it away.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Thank you very much for that. And we wish you all the best.
Before I go,
yes, please talk to us.
I would like to appeal to your session. You are doing good for Mother Ghana. But the thing is, the Burkina Faso, whenever they are also going to open their battery down, they should alert people or they shouldn't let it be full before opening. They should start opening it small, or else all the time we are in bad business.
Okay. Now, Abdul, right now we don't have an update as to whether Bagri was actually spilled, because the last update we had was in August, that they spilled in August, and that one affected some farmlands in the northern region. But
they have so many channels of the battery dam.
okay.
The first one was open and it affected, that was Kwaku, that was northeast side.
Okay.
And we are in the eastern corridor.
Okay.
Precisely, eastern part of the northern region.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So now that this time it was always open, and it passes through
I see.
side, so, and our area, Mungu and all those places.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm sure the authorities will deal with it as appropriate. All right. So
thank you very much.
thank you too. Thank you to you. Abdul Majid is a farmer in Sabari, that's in the Sabzugu district, and very
sad,
trying times, for them. Over 50 farmers have their farms impacted in this way, and it's harrowing, because to think that you had a dry spell, a prolonged dry spell, and so which you were not expecting.
Yes.
You thought rains would come.
Yes.
So you planted in anticipation of the rains.
Yes.
Then there was a drought, dry spell. We read about it, we had stories on it, right? Then all your crops were destroyed because of that, right? Then as the rains started, and you thought, oh good, now the rains are finally here, let's plant again. And you plant again, and this time
you get to
this
lose everything.
happens, and then all the crops are destroyed. It's a very unfortunate.
It's really disturbing, Kwaku. It's really disturbing. And this is going to go a long way to affect the people and everybody in that part of the northern region, because it's going to bring famine, food shortage.
And not even just to them, because some of these areas, they farm for the rest of the country.
Yes, they bring food down south here.
It will cause the prices of foodstuffs
here as well.
down south to go up.
And Christmas is almost here, so we can't afford to have food prices being increased and all of that.
Yeah.
I really hope that some help will come their way soon. This is rather a very sad one.
Yeah. We're trying to establish contact with the assemblyman of Sabari to see if we can have a conversation on what they are doing at the moment, and what help the assembly is offering to the people. If we're able to raise him on the line, we'll have that conversation with him shortly. But yeah, it's a tough situation. All right, but we're going to take a quick break. When we're back, there's more conversations right here on Breakfast Daily.
Thank you, boss. See you next week.
Yo, where is my passport? Where is my passport? Yo, but I want to Waba.
What is that?
And then it's special.
Give me my passport. You made me pay for express for 24 hours and yet it's not in.
You told me that you are telling me this.
What's going on? Hello.
This man here has taken my money. That within 24 hours, he'll do my passport for me.
Oh,
see, that's
the same thing applies to me. He told me last night, he's telling me this week.
Process. That's what they do.
Yeah.
Oh, madam. Please relax. I'll get for you in 24 hours. Hey, Guru man. So you never change? Eh? You get passport for someone within 24 hours, Madam Obwa. See, the normal working hours is 9 to 5. Eh? Not 24 hours, yeah, I'm fat. I'm fat. You guys have made a very big mistake by trusting these people. Now, through digitalization, passport application has been made so easy. Now, you don't need to stress yourself and join any long queue for your passport. All you have to do is to log on to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs website and begin your application. By buying a passport application voucher online. Simple and easier. And very soon, all you need to get your passport will be your Ghana card. What is it true? Yeah, Obisa. It is possible.
You yourself, I didn't know this. I feel like this.
Come on.
Do you want a healthy smile?
Maintaining a healthy smile goes beyond brushing alone. Hi, I'm Tanya from Bethel Dental Clinic, Ghana. Did you know that you can follow 3 steps to getting your mouth healthy? 1, regular brushing for at least 2 times a day for at least 2 minutes. 2, cleaning between the teeth with floss at least once a day. And 3, use of an antimicrobial mouth rinse that decreases bacteria in your mouth. As a hygienist, our role is to help you discover what techniques and products that personally work for you. So, book your periodic dental appointment with your hygienist today to learn more about comprehensive dental care. Bethel Dental Clinic, the smile starts here.
Healthy smile.
Get ready.
Every objection against you is hereby dismissed.
For Impact 2024 with the Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams, Reverend Dr. Eastwood Anaba, Apostle Joshua Selman, Apostle Isi Igeneba, Bishop Dr. Bernard Ojiri Asari, and Reverend Dr. David Entry, November 24th to December 1st, 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. daily at Action Chapel International, Prayer Cathedral, Dominion Arena. For inquiries or pass information, call 059-230-0069.
Welcome to a quick tutorial on the Ghana Knowledge and Skills Bank. Visit www.gksb.gov.gh to access the platform. In this tutorial, we will take you through past questions on the platform. To do that, you must first log in. Find and click on Past Questions in the menu bar. Click on your preferred exam tab, choose your subject, and select any of the years. Access both Objectives Section A and Subjectives Section B. Select a mode. Solve the questions, submit for grading, and view your results instantly. Need a second shot? Use the retake option anytime. That's it for today. Keep learning and good luck.
Who are you? You. Charlie, I'll be you from the future. Who doesn't sleep on that slice of bread you call mattress anymore? Don't some slippers then follow me. It is part of the mattress we did the front there. Yeah? That be the mattress where the dead for time. Wait, what are you doing? Wow! No damage at all. Not only durable, but also super comfortable. Come on, try it.
Nothing day like Ash Foam. Enjoy full body support and unparalleled comfort for a restful sleep.
Don't forget your keys.
Hey.
Get the premium sleep experience with mattresses from Ashfoam. Visit any of our showrooms nationwide or at ashfoam.com.
The Africa Continental Engineering and Construction Network presents the second edition of the African Continental Engineering Architecture, Construction and Real Estate Summit. Theme: Integrating Sustainable Built Environment for Socio-Economic Transformation through the use of new generation building technologies and generative artificial intelligence. Are you a building contractor, civil engineer, surveyor, planner, architect, real estate developer, or building material supplier looking for an opportunity to network, partner, or collaborate with the most influential industry players? This summit is for you, as it is the grand gathering of all stakeholders of the building and construction industry. Your long-awaited opportunity to land the big contract, boost sales, and network with industry giants is finally here. Special guest of honor and speaker, Dr. Daniel McCall, Executive Chairman, McDan Group. Keynote speaker, Engineer Margaret Aina Oguntala, President, Nigerian Society of Engineers. Venue, the Liner Platts Conference Center, Adrigano, East Legon. Date, November 27th and 28th, 2024. For sponsorship 80, or scan the QR code to register. Visit our website at acecnltd.com. Sponsors, partners. The African Continental Engineering, Architecture, Construction and Real Estate Summit, building an integrative African built environment for African prosperity. See you there.
Welcome back from that break. Now it's time for us to have a very interesting conversation. The gentleman we're about to have the conversation with this morning has been here before, though. This is not his first time in the studio. And this morning we are going to be talking about the Ghana Energy Awards 2024. And joining us in the studio to have this conversation is Deputy Manager Corporate Communications, Ghana Energy Awards. And he's in the person of Cornelius Kwame Atiase. Cornelius, good morning.
Good morning.
Good to have you back.
Thank you.
How are you doing, by the way?
Doing well. Just stressed from the up and down the preparations towards the event.
I can imagine.
When is the event?
It's happening tomorrow.
Okay, tomorrow. Wow.
Tomorrow, Friday.
At the Labadi Beach Hotel.
And why hot?
My hot.
Okay, but this is the 8th awards. This is the 8th edition of the awards. How was the journey been like?
Before I delve into that, you know, the Ghana Energy Awards, for those who haven't heard about it for the first time, is about recognizing and celebrating individuals, companies, and institutions that are contributing significantly to our country's energy development. One thing we strive to do since the inception of the awards in 2017 is to also use our platform to encourage sector players to attain global standards and excellence in their operations. The awards is organized by the Energy Media Group with endorsement from the Ministry of Energy, the World Energy Council, Ghana. Yes, and it has been successfully run for 7 editions, and tomorrow's event would be the 8th edition of the event. In terms of our journey, I must say it hasn't been easy getting to the points that we are at today. But I believe sector players can also attest to our growth as an award scheme over the years. On our part as an awards secretariat and organizers, we've strived to create a platform that is more inclusive, recognizing the various or the many contributions in the energy sector, as well as a platform that is also relevant to our development as a country. And this vision behind the awards has helped increase participation from sector players. So today, I would proudly say we have over 150 companies that participate in our awards each year.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's not just down to our efforts. Most importantly, we are here by grace. God brought us this far.
Yeah.
And then down to the human efforts too, we acknowledge our stakeholders like the Ministry of Energy, the World Energy Council. And if you give me a moment to also recognize our industry partners, I would really appreciate it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, so they include the Ghana Gas, Volta River Authority, Buipo Authority, Gwell PLC, Energy Technology, Energy Commission, MPA, BOST, PURC, ECG, AUMC, Sonona Sogli Power, COPEC, Petroleum Commission, JK Hogley Transport and Company, Petrosol.
Okay.
Yes.
That's a tall list.
A very long list. And I think that also shows that we are doing something positive to have these kind of institutions want to partner and an award scheme should tell you that we are also doing something positive.
Of course. Now, Cornelius, the theme for this year's award caught my attention, so I want you to talk to us about it. The theme for the year is the role of local content in building Ghana's energy sector. Talk to us about it. What went into the selection of this theme for this year's celebration?
So one thing that stands out with the Ghana Energy Awards is our themes each year. And these themes are carefully selected because as I mentioned earlier, we are trying to create a platform that is also relevant to the development of our country's energy sector. And this year, sitting back, reflecting on the issues in the sector, our award secretariat, our awarding panel realized that the energy sector in Africa has long challenges, primarily stemming from a lack of technical expertise, lack of local funding and ownership, and on foreign investment and expertise. Although this might be beneficial in the short term, it hasn't always fostered sustainable growth or empowered local communities in the long term. And so African countries, in trying to address this, developed what we call local content policies to bolster the participation of local workers and companies in their respective energy sectors. Now, these policies are designed to ensure that a greater share of the benefits from energy projects remain within the host countries. And this is meant to drive economic growth, build technical capacity, and also reduce dependency on foreign investment and expertise. Ghana in particular has made significant strides in that regard, and the energy sector we have today is largely shaped by these policies and initiatives. And so our theme for this year, that's the role of local content in building Ghana's energy sector, we believe is both timely and significant. And we believe that by going this way, we can recognize the progress we have made as a country since the implementation of these policies and initiatives. And then also by celebrating companies, institutions, and individuals that have contributed to this progress, then we are highlighting the tangible benefits of these initiatives for others to follow suit.
Now, talk about celebrating those who have contributed largely. Let's look at the awards itself. What are the categories of awards that you're giving out, and the submissions that came through? If you can just talk to us about a few of those.
Okay, so our theme for this year necessitated the introduction of award categories to recognize efforts that are in line with our local content journey. And so for this year, we have 25 competitive award categories. Our nomination window was from June to August, and I must say the submissions that we received was a record high, over 500 submissions.
Whoa.
Yes, and this shows that the competition
that's
each year,
a lot.
That's a lot, and that means a lot of work for us to come out with the people who are actually the rightful winners of the awards. And on our part, we've always tried to put in measures to ensure that these things are done in a transparent and accurate manner. One of such measures is embarking on courtesy calls to sector stakeholders. So it's not just on the nights like we're having the events tomorrow. All through the year, right before the event, we embark on courtesy calls to various stakeholders in the energy sector, and then we gain insights in their operations and also gather critical feedback on how best to improve our platform as an award scheme. And then subsequent to that, receiving the nomination submissions, we embark on what we call site visitations, where our awarding panel, a 5-member body, go on the grounds to actually assess the various projects and initiatives that have been submitted to us. Now, this came up because over the years, in earlier years, we realized that there are people who are really good at write-ups, and then you go on the ground, it's actually a different story. So we also had to think fast and act fast, and then we had to implement the site visitation initiative to make sure that what you're actually presenting to us is actually what is happening on the ground. And I believe that these measures reflect the very high standards that we uphold at the Ghana Energy Awards.
Now, if I'm coming over to the awards tomorrow, what should I be expecting? This is going to be the 8th. What new thing should I be expecting? What should be that wow factor that should bring me there?
You want me to expose a secret, but I'll try and keep it for now. So one thing I would say is that each year, as organizers, we've always tried to take whatever we do a step higher.
Okay.
And so that is one of the reasons why each year the people that decide to participate in our awards keep on increasing. We even have situations where people come and tell us that, oh, we are just attending the event this year to monitor and see how. We've heard so much about it. We are not participating this year, but we will probably if we are okay with whatever is happening.
Right.
And so on our part, we've always strived to make sure that the event is not just about celebrating people, but we also deliver memorable experiences to our attendees and audiences. We always have that wow factor, but I'll try to shelve it for now, and then I'll indulge our people to trust in our commitment to deliver a flawless event and something that they'll leave happy with.
So we should come and be surprised, huh?
Yes.
Okay, so tell us, when it's tomorrow?
Yes.
So what time is it? Where is it? How can people participate? If you know, can people buy tickets? All of that. Just walk us through. All
Okay, so the 8th Ghana Energy Awards is happening tomorrow, Friday, 25th October, at the Labadi Beach Hotel. Time is 6:30 p.m. Okay. The special guest of honor is Osabere Makwesiata II, as the Omahini of the Ogua traditional area. Other distinguished guests in attendance is the former former Chief Justice, of the Judicial Service. Yes, that's Her Ladyship Georgina Wood. We also have the Minister of State at the Ministry of Energy, that's Honorable Herbert Crapper, who would also be in attendance. And from the World Energy Council too, would have Andrew Vickers, who is in charge of communications and engagement at the World Energy Council. We would also have representatives from the international community also in attendance. For tickets, sponsorship, enquiries, you can contact the award secretariat on 030 394 0300, 030 3940 300, or via email, that's info@GhanaEnergyAwards.com. And you can always reach out to us and would sort you out as soon as possible.
Wonderful. Cornelius, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
It's been great having you, and we hope that you have a successful event tomorrow.
Hopefully.
Right, so we've been speaking to Cornelius Kwame Atiasi. He is the Deputy Manager, Corporate Communications, Ghana Energy Awards, and he's been telling us all about the 8th edition of the Ghana Energy Awards happening tomorrow. So do make your way there if you are interested in this one. We take entertainment highlights right at this point. When we come back, there's more on Breakfast Daily. Do stay with us.
Hello and welcome to Entertainment Highlights on Breakfast Daily. My name is Ni Komete Kome. Now to our highlights. The management of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, one of Africa's leading football clubs, has honored renowned broadcaster Frema Edunyame with a personalized jersey to mark her birthday. Now, Frema Edunyame, who serves as the head of events and partnerships at Channel 1 TV and City FM, celebrated her 43rd birthday on Sunday, October 20, 2024. In recognition of her dedication as a passionate supporter of the club, the Kumasi-based team presented her with a custom jersey. During the presentation, the club's marketing manager, Abraham Sarbeng, remarked, and I quote, "On behalf of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, the THB branch, we present the 2024-2025 player version of the jersey as part of your birthday celebration. You are a true daughter of the Ashanti." End quote. Frema Edunyame expressed her gratitude for the thoughtful gesture, and I quote, "I want to extend my heartfelt thanks. It's not every day that a prestigious club like Asante Kotoko honors you in this way. I am truly humbled and grateful to be recognized as a daughter of the soil." End quote. She also acknowledged the support of the Asantehene Otumfuo Osei-Tutu II and thanked the club's management, players and fans for their appreciation. And this is how we end Entertainment Highlights on Breakfast Daily. For more entertainment news, visit GhanaWeekend.com. I am Ni Komete Kome.
All right, fantastic. There, kudos to and congratulations to Frema Edunyame on the recognition from the Kotoko Club.
Of course.
All right, I have a birthday message here. This one says, to a special person who is bringing me so much joy to my heart. I'm thankful for every moment we spend together, and I wish this, our happiness, never ends. Happy birthday, Tony Oseje, Eastern Regional Secretary of the MPP. This is coming from Ajua, your love. All right. Nice birthday message there.
Kwaku,
yes.
Quick reminders before we go for community forum, which is going to be happening shortly in a few minutes.
9 a.m.
Yes, this evening. Tonight, tune in to City 97.3 FM. Join Christopher Kevin Esima on the ballot box between the hours of 10 p.m. and 12 midnight. Do join and get to know all that is going to be happening. I mean, we have just 45 days to the election, so you may not want to miss out on the important conversations going to be happening about the ballot box and election. It's very important that we have these conversations to inform your decision to go into the polls on December 7th.
You know, some people like to do midnight prayer, so you can use this one
to hold on to that,
the midnight when you enter your prayer season.
Of course.
That's how you do it. So ballot box, and then you go into prayer. Now, before the ballot box, we have what the papers are saying at 9 p.m. You don't want to miss out on that. Vivian Kailoko with her guests will be breaking down the various conversations that have been happening in the newspapers this entire week till today, right? So they'll be going through all of that and bringing you up to speed and explaining some of the things that maybe you would not have understood otherwise. So that's what the papers are saying at 9 p.m. And then after that, we go for ballot box, and after that, you can enjoy your prayer time. Yeah.
Right.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for watching Breakfast Day this morning. We're going to cross over to Community Forum shortly. You don't want to miss out on the Community Forum. And today we are coming to you from Agona Swedro. Yes, Philip Nilate will be coming to you from Agona Swedro. My name is David Kwaku Sakyi.
And my name is Dzifa Kaidy Akoto. Have a great morning, and thank you so much for spending your morning with us. Do stay with us. The Community Forum is up next.